Hey, how's it going, everyone? Back at it again here. Another Hammock Chats. It's currently 9:44 p.m. on Friday, February 21st, 2025. Current temperature is 50 degrees. Oh man, how's everyone been? Hey. Okay, so I think the last official one of these I made was about a month ago. Although I made several attempts since, I don't think I uploaded any of those because it was too. I wasn't happy with them. It was like too incoherent. Um, Now I feel like I'm more stable. I'm more stable. So yeah, it's been very, I would say eventful, but I mean, on paper, not really. It's more like in my mind. Um, so getting into it with work, I guess. So it's just been like when it rains, it pours. So this is a time of great transition for me. So ever since Trinity pulled the rug out from under me, it's been a whirlwind ever since. And so that was January 10th. So the last 40 days have been, just a frenzy. So as you probably know, I started working with Brad at Green Energy Windows and Doors. So I've been out of the Longwood office here, which is about 40 minutes from where I live. So a local office, currently the only office of Florida that they have. And also by where the owner, Jeremy, lives in Winter Garden. So originally the plan was for me to go into sales there and just kind of see what happened, but be in sales. And so I started that. I was shadowing Jeremy, going to appointments, and sitting in and learning, and he gave me stuff to do, help out. So I was pretty much, I was shadowing Jeremy, and then in between, Brad also had me go out with his canvassers to knock doors to show them how to knock and set appointments and all that too, so I get some extra hours. And then any appointments that I would set with the canvassers, I would run with Jeremy, and if we sold it, he would split the commission with me. So that was pretty cool. So the plan was, originally I was supposed to shadow Jeremy for 1 week, and then Jeremy was supposed to shadow me for 1 week, and then as long as that was good, then I would get my own window and be officially added to the sales list and start running appointments on my own. So it took longer than that because a variety of factors. Jeremy had stuff going on with his family, with his wife, had surgery and stuff, so he missed some days. And then I went to Port St. Lucie a couple times to see my mom, really. And then I had jury duty, which was interesting. So, there's a bunch of things where, like, it kind of took a while to get that, a week's worth of experience. And then a lot of the appointments would either cancel or be no-shows, or, we couldn't get the presentation out or whatever. So, I didn't get to see a whole lot of sales. But, about, let's see, I guess about 2 weeks ago now, Brad proposed an alternative path for me, at least for now, kind of a new opportunity. And it's to go to Dothan, Alabama, which is one of their other offices and be the DM there and run canvassing and also sales as well. They only have one salesperson, so I'm also going to be running the overflow appointments and helping out with sales. So it's kind of like best of both worlds. So I'd be making money several different ways. So I would have a base salary, which I think is going to be $800 a week. And then I'll be getting a percentage of the sales commission. So 1% of whatever the office does in sales. So like the Orlando office is averaging $150,000 a week. So 1% of that would be $1,500 a week. So that'd be pretty cool once we get to that point. And then all of my demos, which I got to refresh myself on the demo payments again, but that should be another couple hundred a week. And then anything that I sell. So, which is, probably going to be even more. So that's like, a 6% commission, 8% on self-gens. So you figure if I sell like 2 a week, right, and the average is 20,000, that's 40,000. So 6% of that, 4,000, that's like 2,000. So with all that, 2,005, so that's like 4,000 a week. So that's like 17,000 a month, 18,000 a month. So that's, do the math on that. That's good money. So I'll go where the money is. Now, right now, they don't have anybody. They have one sales guy who's just self-genning, and they don't have anyone at canvassing. So Brad was up in Dothan a few times and got that going. And then I guess he left too soon or something because he didn't have a manager to take over for him, so it just kind of fell apart and fizzled out. So now they need to get it going. So Brad has his sights on Tennessee as our new office to open up, but Jeremy wants him to get Alabama going again before we open up a new office. So Brad was saying you need someone to trust to be able to run Alabama. And, I'm at the top of that list. So, at first, I was a little resistant to it. Because, Dothan, Alabama isn't exactly where I pictured to live. And, I didn't know like the area, and also like it's taking a chance. It's basically starting from scratch, so it's not taking the safest bet, as far as instant income. But we've talked a lot more about it, and so ultimately I was open-minded. I was like, well, if you can work with me on certain things, then I'll give it a try. And so really, I mean, Brad sold me on the position. Um, First off, on the location, he insists, and also I've gotten numerous other people, reps that have been up there, that also echo this, that the market there is a lot easier. People are friendlier, resistance is lower, people are calmer, it's more slow paced, relaxed, down to earth. And it's way easier to get appointments. They have a high sit rate. So, that seems like a good opportunity. And I guess I believe it. I mean, especially from how many people I've heard it from. Gotta believe it. And yeah, so that, and then and then the position itself, because I was hesitant to get it going from to just start from scratch basically. And so he explained a lot of things to me. So first of all, it's not really starting from scratch, because we're already established there. We already have the office. We already have things set in motion. We've already knocked there. We've already proven it. So it's not a new market. He just doesn't have reps right now, but he's going to be hiring starting next week. He's going to be recruiting there, so that way I have some people to train. So the main thing for me is just making sure that I'm going to have a reliable income, because if I had just a small salary and mostly getting paid commissions, it would be kind of hard when we only have a few people starting out. So so I mentioned that to Brad, and so he came back to me with, they're going to take care of a lot of Brad and Jeremy are going to take care of a lot of the back end, behind the scenes stuff. Really what they want me to do is just be the face there, be the presence there, run the meetings, go train people out in the field, and just be the hands-on, calling the reps and helping them with stuff like that. So that's that's my responsibility. And that's really nothing too different from what I've done before, at Trinity, I went above and beyond as a team lead. So it's really not much extra responsibility. So Brad's going to take care of hiring people for me, recruiting, interviewing, orientation, assigning territories, reviewing their pins, payroll, all the paperwork stuff, any kind of discipline action, things like that. So that's a relief. And also Jeremy is supposedly coming up with me to help me move and to get things going basically, and get it established for me. And then as soon as Jeremy leaves, Brad's gonna come up. So I'll have Jeremy for about a week probably, and then Brad for about another week. So the first 2 weeks I'll be on my own, and it's not a long-term thing. Brad insists it's 60 days max. So, and they're also going to provide a place for me to live while I'm there. So really what the deciding factor for me is that my lease is up here at this apartment March 16th. So I was already having to move. So I was looking at places around here, and then when he brought up this Alabama thing, I put a pause on that, and I was thinking okay, well, do I want to do that? Do I want to do this? And so ultimately, if they're gonna provide a place for me to live and all this other stuff right at the same time as my lease is ending, it's kind of I kind of be a fool not to accept that, it's, and the cost of living there is less too. The cost of food, rent, gas, everything. So, you know, I believe that everything happens for a reason. So even if it's not my next long-term place, it's at least an important step. So, yeah. So, and right now we're looking at, we don't know for sure where I'm going to be, but right now we're looking at apparently the building where the office is there. Upstairs is apartments, and so they're looking at those apartments up there so I can live there and then just go downstairs to the office and not have to drive. So that would be cool. So, but yeah, so with that assistance plus the different ways of income all added together, that seems like a good offer. And so what we're doing now is Brad's basically training me on management. So we've been doing that the last week or so. So I'm coming to the office early each morning and, sitting in on the daily functions there and the interviews that he does and the orientations and the meetings, and he's having me, be more leading in the meetings. And then so I'm in the office all morning, and then in the afternoons or this second part of the day, I go out in the field with the reps, and so I train the new ones and I go with the old ones, and I still will run appointments occasionally. But even if I don't run them, I'm still getting half of the commission for any appointments that I set or help set. So I don't know if that's going to continue in Alabama, probably not, but at least for now, that's what we're doing, so that helps a lot. So so now and from here on, I'm getting bigger paychecks. So another thing that was contributing to my anxiety, on top of having to move and not contemplating this Alabama thing, and also stressing out about sales, training taking so long, but the other thing was money, because I was only making $400 a week for the first bunch of weeks because I wasn't selling anything, so I was just getting paid for the hours. So this week is the first week that I got a $1,500 paycheck, because the two of mine sold last week, and so we split the commission on those. I had another one of mine sell today, so that's going to be on next week, and I have 3 more lined up for tomorrow, so if any of them sell, that'll be on next week's check as well. So, and I'm still going out every day in the field with the reps, so I'm getting that commission plus the $20 an hour for all the time that I spend in the office and in the field. So that calms me down a little bit. And then, of course, the promise of what's coming. So right now I'm in a better place for sure. I'm in a positive mindset. But I've had some rough days over the last 40 days for sure. There's been a lot of uncertainty, a lot of anxiety, a lot of questioning. I thought about, should I go back to Trinity? Should I move up north? Should I go with this other solar company that Will and all of them went to? And I ended up giving them some of my referrals, and they actually sold them. And the guy agreed to split the commission with me halfway. So the one that he sold, he said, was $4,300, so I should be getting, or $4,600, so I should be getting $2,300 when that gets installed. So that's cool. So there's a few things going. So I have I just did my taxes for 2024, and of course I was on W-2 with Trinity the whole time, so I paid a bunch of taxes were automatically deducted. So I am getting, and I just found out yesterday how much it's going to be. It's a pretty substantial refund. Well, I could probably just say I'm getting $8,000 as a tax refund, so that's cool. Also, my 401k. I'm trying to figure out exactly what the balance is on that, but it's looking like it's somewhere between 23 and 27,000 that I've accumulated over Trinity, because I would put, I think, 5% of my paychecks into the 401k, and the company would match it, which doubled it, and I was there for 2.5 years. Over 2.5 years. So lot of time, a lot of money. So I now have the option to cash that out. So, yeah. So between that and there's a 30% fee to do that. So if it's, say, 24,000, I might get like 17,000. So if I get 17,000 plus the 8,000 from the taxes, that's 25,000. And then, so that'll change things. You get 25,000, that takes a lot of stress out. So I've never had that kind of money in the bank, really. So this definitely is a new chapter for me. And so those two things are regardless of anything with work or with anything else. So my original thinking was I was going to use that as a down payment to get a house here. But, of course, that's on hold until we see with this. And I also got to figure about changing my address, because I know, you're not supposed to change your address more than a certain amount of times for the credit report and things like that. And so, mailing address, and what am I going to do for that? And so I'm thinking of just using my mom's UPS box in Port St. Lucie, and then just getting my mail forwarded to Dothan, like once a week or once every 2 weeks. So that's not a huge deal. And then we're trying to figure out, like, if the place is furnished, because if it's already furnished, then I can sell all the furniture here and actually make some decent money off that. And then I won't have to transport it up, so I won't need like a U-Haul or anything. I could just load my car up and go. But if there's no furniture, now I'm thinking it might be worth it to just go to like Goodwill or something up there and get furniture, not have to transport it. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, I suppose. But yeah, so the money is starting to come in now. Today was like the first good paycheck. So it's not like flip of a switch kind of stuff, because I got a lot of debt. But we're on the right track at least, so that's good. And it's looking like I'm not going to have to worry about finding a place to live. So between the money and the living situation, that relieves most of the anxiety that I had. So, and also, like, the job security, like with this new offer now and what I'm hearing, like I'm okay where I'm at. I'm not looking for other things right now. So, of course, Trinity still has a part of me, for sure. And it is tempting. And they offered to fly me up for a week to tour the different markets up north, so I can get a sample and visit each of the offices and go out with the reps to sales appointments and see how I liked it. And that was tempting, but I'd have to take a week off from this to do that. And right now every day is precious, because March 10th is when I'm supposed to be going up to Dothan with Jeremy. So the clock's ticking now. We got like 16 days for me to be ready to be a DM. So I'm officially a DM. So, lot to do. But yeah, so I'm really honestly, today was like the first day that I was okay, basically. And you know, I'm accepting, and like the anxiety's got to go away before I become excited about it, you know, because initially it's like, whoa, I got all these questions and all these things in my mind, and so once that's satiated, then I can be excited for it. So that's anticipate what's coming next, the excitement. Right now I'm still kind of like healing from the anxiety and the stress that I've been under, which is probably self-inflicted for the most part, or at least like heavily exaggerated by my mind, as I guess anything is. But that's, you know, that's just being human, being an emotional creature. You know, I'm not a robot. Like I have emotions, and I don't always think purely logically, and that's okay. But yeah, I always come back to reason at the end of the day. So I don't stray too far from that. And of course, working with Brad too is a different dynamic. Like having Brad as a boss, basically, is a different dynamic than I'm used to, because we were friends and coworkers and stuff. But you know, so we kind of had to figure out some things because we're both kind of dominant people, you know. And so early on, there were a few like communication errors or like little um, spats or whatever, but nothing too, you know. But it's definitely smoothened out now, and we figured out each other's algorithms and everything. So now we get along like really well. So that also helps. And I get along with Jeremy too, but I don't talk to him as much. Usually Jeremy talks to Brad and Brad talks to me. But I can contact Jeremy if I need to. So, but yeah, so honestly, I think I have a good thing here. I think I got a good thing going with this company, with this opportunity. And like I'm not even that passionate about Windows, really. Like I don't really care about Windows, but I need to, I guess, you know, because I'm good at sales and I'm good at canvassing and I'm good at managing, and that's what matters. So yeah. What else did I want to talk about? Man, there's so many little things that I missed because I just didn't, like, it was too loud in my mind, and I couldn't, and I tried a couple times to do one of these videos and it just didn't turn out right. But yeah, I'm trying to think what happened. Trying to go like in chronological order. uh I don't know. It's, you know, I haven't really like done much outside of work, um, mainly because of my state of mind and my financial stress, which I guess are kind of linked together. Because everything's so expensive here, especially anything like non-essential, you know, like entertainment. So expensive. But yeah, so I thought I had a little fling going for a little bit. Um, this girl that worked at this kava bar that I went to, um, like, kind of came on to me, and you know, I entertained that for a little bit, and then she went out of town to visit family, And then I haven't seen her. She's currently out of town. So when she comes back, we'll have to see, because last time we saw each other was before I had decided to go to Dothan. So yeah, so that's probably, I don't really do like long distance or anything. Even my first girlfriend in Port St. Lucie, when I moved to Orlando, I kind of broke. Well, we did, because I would still go to Port St. Lucie like every couple weeks to visit, and I would see her. But we had like an open relationship at that point, because it's if you're not in the same like area, you know what I mean. So, but yeah, but Dothan's a lot farther, so. Uh, but I didn't get too far along, but yeah. So I don't know what's what's gonna happen, but maybe I'll meet someone new. That's kind of what I'm thinking is the most likely scenario. Um, that it's not anyone I know currently. So, so we'll see what happens with that. So I almost had a Valentine this year. Almost had two, not like at the same time, but the two separate things. But ultimately, no, it was just me. I still went downtown. I went to this singles mixer thing. It's like $30 at this like lounge place to check it out, because I'd never done anything like that before. So whatever. And yeah, it wasn't for me. I didn't stay very long. There wasn't anyone like my age. I didn't see like under 30. Maybe like one or two. But yeah, not very exciting. So since I was already downtown, I just went bar hopping pretty much, and got pretty sloshed, and came home and threw up, and that whole routine. But ultimately, yeah, I came back alone, because it's just like I'm like particular when it comes to that kind of stuff, connecting with people. Like I could have a conversation with anyone, but as far as like physical connection, it's I don't know. I mean, do I have opportunities? Sure, but it's like, yeah, it's just not the right energy most of the time. So that's all. It's not kind of hard to describe. It's just like a feeling I get. But anyway, so that's that. What else is going on? It's finally cooler again. It was getting real warm there for a couple weeks. That's another reason too. Maybe if there was an isolated day that I was in a state to do this, it was like 80 degrees, so it wouldn't be. Because you know how I am. I'm like, this is a winter series. So, yeah. I don't know. I can't think of what else to say. Haven't really. Oh, I'm trying to trying to taper down my kratom use also, because that got kind of out of hand. Um, in like January, February. So I'm trying to calm that down. And I'm doing better for sure. today I didn't, every day this week I've had less and less, so I'm phasing off of it. And one of the reasons for that is because it's Schedule 1 in Alabama. It's illegal, so there's zero tolerance for that. And also marijuana, too. Which Dothan's right over the Florida border, so I mean, I could still get, but you know what I mean? Like, also I'm the DM, so I've kind of held to a higher standard, so I don't want to be under the influence all the time. That's not good. Not that I smoke weed all the time, but like as far as kratom, even that, like it's not like, even though it doesn't impair me, it's still, and especially the fact that it's illegal there is like the last straw. So I'm trying to make sure that by March 10th I'm like over that, which it seems like I should be able. I mean, it's kind of silly, really, like it's like, come on, dude. Like, come on, like, seriously, bro? Come on. So, but yeah, so I'm on the upward trajectory. So, I'm trying to get closer to God too, closer to myself, and just be more connected. I feel like I've been clouded for the last bunch of months, and like in a fog, and unable to like understand what's going on, and just being like confused and frustrated and not good. So feel like I'm not totally there yet, but I'm making progress in like getting that clarity. So, and I think this will help me with it, really. I really do. And it's important for me to feel useful and to be respected. And so I think this DM position is great for all of that. And honestly, like I keep saying, it really doesn't matter where I live, especially if I'm working all the time. It really doesn't matter where I am. So if I'm in somewhere where the work factors are more in my favor, then that's just a positive thing for me. And Dothan, even like whatever the immediate Dothan area is, within a couple hours, there's all kinds of places, man. I can go to New Orleans, I can go to Nashville, I can go to Chattanooga, I could go to Atlanta, I could go to Augusta, I could go to Columbus, I could go to Birmingham, I could go to Montgomery, I could go to Tallahassee, I could go to Pensacola, like, not like to knock all those places, but like, on a weekend or something, so I'm not too worried about it. I think I'll be all right. And again, it's only for probably like 6 to 8 weeks. After that, we'll reevaluate. And honestly, I really don't know what comes after that, because I know I'll be a different person at that point. So it's really hard for myself now to visualize that. So, could be Tennessee, could be back to Florida, could be staying there, could be something completely different. I don't know. But I'll keep you posted. But for right now, just know that I'm doing well. I'm doing well, and I'm not worried currently. So yeah, that's about it. The phone. Did I say I got a new phone? Did I do one since then? I'm not sure. I got a new phone about 4 weeks ago. I got a Motorola Edge 2022. This one's way better than the other one. Way better. So probably, won't have to worry about storage anymore. Won't have to worry about quality, any of that stuff. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to transfer the stuff from the old one, but I did get the old one working, so I can access things from that if I need to. So that's good. Been slacking on working out, so I actually just hit the gym about an hour ago. I usually work out in the morning, but now since I'm going to the office early each morning, I just work out when I get home. So, and it's weird because like I usually like to work out before I eat, which is why I do it in the morning. But like usually I'll have lunch between the office and the field. Then I'm in field for like 5-6 hours, and then I come home and I'm hungry. So then I work out and then I eat dinner. and then I chill for a little bit and go to bed. So that's where I'm at now. It's almost bedtime for it's like 10:30. So should probably start winding down now. But yeah. So getting, back into the gym because the last couple weeks is just turbulent for a lot of reasons. So I've been slacking on that. But yeah, that's about it. So it's gonna be cool the next like 10 days in a row. So probably do another one of these soon, and we can see where that goes. So till then, yeah, take care, everybody. Have a good night.